What's up, YouTube? This is JP Panther back on the video, and today's video is my review of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I just came back seeing it like 30 minutes ago. I'm gonna give you my thoughts about it. I'm gonna give you my review, and again, this video will contain spoilers, and I will also put it in the description box down below, and I will probably link it on the title as well. So if you guys don't want to be spoiled, then go see the movie, then come back and watch the video. And if you guys just don't care and you just want to kind of hear me talk about this and really give you an honest, objective, non-bullshit answer, then continue watching this video. So I gave you guys the warning, and we're about to get into it right now. So Rise of Skywalker, I'm gonna be honest with you, right? If you are here's the thing, right? I gotta kind of try to break it down the best I can, right? If you're a hardcore Star Wars fan, I'm talking about die-hard, blood-hard, die-hard Star Wars fan. In the beginning, J.J. Abrams does deliver a little, some of the stuff from the EU and, some of the lore and stuff like that. But at the end, man, it is a complete dog shit movie. You guys are going to say this is the worst. I think for a hardcore Star Wars fan, this is probably the worst movie ever. Because he kind of pumps you up in the beginning, and in the middle, and in the third act, he just kind of says, fuck you. That's pretty much what J.J. Abrams does, and you guys will hate the movie. I think hardcore Star Wars fans, they will hate the movie, but if you're a casual normie who really don't pay attention to the books and stuff like that, or, you don't really care about the lore, this is probably a B+ for you, because it's like the effects, the chemistry's off, I'll be honest with you. But if you're looking at it from like a casual, normie, like popcorn movie fan point of view, this will be a B+ for them. I don't think, I'm just saying, like, I think the spaceships, it's literally rip off of Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith. I mean, like, rip off of Endgame, rip off of Harry Potter, Deadly Hallows Part 2. Like, J.J. Abrams is ripping all his other stuff. And to me, the movie, again, for the normies, they're going to like it. As a hardcore Star Wars fan, it's an F-, but for the normies, it's probably B+. And I'm going to give you I'm just going to pretty much give you the breakdown and stuff like that. So in the beginning, right, Rian Johnson pretty much retcons everything from Last Jedi. I mean, like, it's literally like, if you were a fan of Last Jedi, or for example, if you hated Last Jedi, you'll probably be like, oh, cool, blah, blah, blah. If you love Last Jedi, he pretty much says, F everything you saw in that movie. This is literally a sequel to Force Awakens. And in like the beginning, you know how like it has the Star Wars thing, and then it has the letter stuff like that. Pretty much the beginning just tells you that Palpatine's back, and boom, you're kind of on your own. It's like, whoa, like what? And it's like, that's a lot of the stuff you could tell he's ripping off from like the Dark Empire storyline. He's ripping off stuff from other stories. J.J. Abrams is a very, very safe director. He's ripping off stuff from the books, the comics, some of the Disney comics, some of the theories. He probably watched some Reddit leaks or some YouTube videos. Rip that. Okay, LBGT, rip that. Me Too movement, feminist for white women, rip that. Casual fans, rip it. This is just J.J. Abrams is a very, very safe director. And I watched it, and I'm like, bro, I'm looking at it as a casual movie. I'm like, bro, a lot of this crap makes no sense, because it's like, the First Order is now, they know who Palpatine is and stuff like that. Kylo Ren knows where Palpatine's at, and, Palpatine, is sitting on the throne on the Sith planet, whatever the hell it is. So they know Palpatine's existence. I'm trying to remember the exact movie. Rey and Finn and Poe, they're still fighting the First Order and stuff like that. And then later on, listen, you could tell, like, the chemistry with them, and they're trying to, find the Resistance spy and all this other stuff, whatever. Carrie Fisher, she is alive. I think they're using some clips from, like, The Force Awakens and stuff like that. But she's alive, sort of. The way they did her was kind of dirty, but I understand, like, she died in real life, so if you put it on a big screen, it impacts a little bit. The impact's a lot stronger, but the way she died really was... the way they treated Carrie Fisher was really, really shitty. So as a hardcore Star Wars fan, you're definitely not going to like it. But the beginning they're talking about like, okay, we gotta go find the Sith dagger and the Sith pyramid and all that bullshit. So pretty much Poe, Rey, Finn, Chewie go pretty much it's like a video game almost. Like they're searching for the items, then they see Lando, then they gotta run away from the stormtrooper, then the Knights of Ren pop up, then Kylo is still trying to, is still thirsty for Rey. Palpatine's thirsty for Rey. Finn, he's Rey. Like, everyone's thirsting for Rey. And also, the problem I have with Rey is that she's a Mary Sue. Again, she's training. Listen, you can tell J.J. Abrams trying to fix a lot of stuff from Last Jedi because at least they're trying to show you that Leia's training her and stuff like that. But the chemistry and all that's off. You can tell that J.J. is just rushing it, man. Like, you can tell this doesn't feel organic. And again, like, some of the actions and stuff like that, I thought Finn and Poe, they were pretty cool in the beginning. Then later on, like I mean, they're pretty okay in like the first, second, third act. The first, second act, I think they were probably one of the best things. Chewbacca was pretty good. CP3 it kind of got a little bit annoying. Rey got extremely annoying because every time she's trying to find out who she is and stuff like that. And then later on, listen, the movie is, I don't know how to explain this in a way where it makes sense. Because they keep going, they're trying to find the Sith dagger, then they're trying to do this, then they're trying to do that, then they're doing this. Like, a lot of stuff is just, like, all over the place. Then Kylo finds her, talks to her, then Chewie gets captured, then Poe and Finn and Rey gotta go and save Chewie. Like, it's all over the place, man. Like, and the Knights of Ren are trying to find Rey, really, and the First Order. Listen, it is a mess. I mean, like, I can't explain this in, like, a way it kind of makes sense. Like, and then you find out that, okay, well, guess what? Your parents were nobodies, and then you find out. Listen, it's a spoiler. I don't care. This is a spoiler video. The reason why Rey is so powerful and godlike is because she's the granddaughter of Palpatine, and her father is, I guess, technically, the way they explain it is really, really bad. So Palpatine's son, and I'm trying to think. So her father is so pretty much Rey's father is connected to Palpatine, but she's the granddaughter of Palpatine. But like the parent thing, they don't really explain at all. They're just like, we sacrifice ourselves, blah blah blah. Like, it was very messy. They explain it in a half-ass flashback, and pretty much the Emperor is like, oh, now if you kill me, then you become the Empress and stuff like that. Listen, the movie is, from a storytelling point of view, it is messy. It really is. Like, because a lot of stuff just don't make any sense. Then Kylo and Rey fight, blah, blah, blah. And then Kylo's like, I see the light. Now Ben Solo instead of Kylo Ren. Then Han Solo pops up. Then freaking, and then Luke talks to Rey because of the, Princess Leia dies and all that other shit. Then they finds the two lightsabers, and then later on, everything's messy, and a lot of it's because of Rey. And then they're fighting the First Order. Then Palpatine has the ships, gives the ship instead of Kylo. They give it to the general of the First Order. Then you find out that General Hux was the spy. Which is weird, because he was like the main bad guy for The Force Awakens. So they just retcon everything of The Force Awakens. And then you find out that Snoke is a clone created by Palpatine, which is from like the extended universe, EU and stuff like that. Then, listen, it's messy as hell. Then the Resistance and everybody's fighting the ships, whatever, and the Emperor's ships and evil empire and the First Order and blah blah blah, and they destroy him and blah blah blah. Then I'm just gonna get to the Rey part. Rey is in a throne with Palpatine, and he tries to kill her, and then Ben Solo comes in there and then tries to help Rey, assist her, and tries to defeat Palpatine. Then Palpatine absorbs their light force, and he begins a little bit better, I guess. He gets more human, or whatever you want to call it. And then Kylo Ren, he gets thrown into a pit, just like he was thrown in the pit by Anakin Skywalker. And they don't explain any of this stuff, man. It's just like, it's messy, man. It's a really messy movie. And you can tell JJ is just rushing it. And then in the end, pretty much Rey is knocked out. And then freaking Rey is like, she hears the voices of the Jedis, of the dead, like, Rey, rise. I mean, it is ridiculous, man. And of course, Palpatine does the lightning and tries to kill Rey, and then Rey has the lightsaber, blocks the lightning, and then and this is how you know he ripped off from Avengers Endgame, right? He rips off, I am the Sith. And then Rey says, I am the lightning. Where's that from? I am inevitable. I am Iron Man. And then she, he's doing that BS, blah, blah, and she has the 2 double lightsabers, and then she's, and then the lightning flicks back at Palpatine, and then he dies, and she dies. Then Kylo gets out the pit, tries to heal, but he does bring her to life, I guess. I guess you could bring people back from the dead, it looks like. So he heals her, he sacrifices himself, they kiss, and then he dies and disappears. I'm like, bro, it is messy. I'm like, wow, they gave the rail shippers what they want. So from that point, Rey and the Resistance, they beat the evil Empire, the First Order, all that bullshit. Then, they all come to... I guess they go back to the headquarters, whatever, and everyone's celebrating and this, like that. Kind of like Return of the Jedi a little bit. Lando, he's being kind of a little, being a pimp a little bit. Then you have, when you talk about the LBGTQ scene, whatever, it's like 2 girls that kiss, but it's only for like 2 seconds. You don't even notice it. It's like, oh, okay, they kissed. Okay, cool. And then we just move on. And then Rey hugs Poe and Finn, act like, yeah, we did it together. My best friends, blah, blah, blah. And then Rey goes to, Tatooine? Was it where Luke and, well, at least Luke, where he lived at and stuff like that. So he buries the lightsaber, right? Well, both Leia's lightsaber and Luke's lightsaber into the sand and stuff like that. And then some ladies, like, to Rey, she's like, who are you and what are you doing here and stuff like that. And she says, I am Rey. And like Rey, and she looks at the ghosts of Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia together, and she says, I'm Rey Skywalker. And she and BB-8 are together while the sun is coming down, and that's pretty much the end of the movie. Again, the movie is not, listen, the movie's a mess. I'm going to be honest with you, right? I don't think this is the worst movie ever. I do think it's a feminist movie, because that whole entire message to show you that everything that Anakin and Luke did, because Luke brings balance to the Force, Anakin destroys the Sith. They're like, no, we're not going to have those 2 white guys, or 2 straight white males to defeat the Sith. We're going to have Rey. We're going to have a British white woman beat the Sith, which is her grandfather, and she brings balance to the Force, and she is the chosen one. So for 42 years, they pretty much give you a middle finger, and that message is to show you that feminism and female empowerment and girl power is so powerful that Rey is the chosen one. They're trying to show you that the white female character is the chosen one and brings balance to the Force, not the white woman. So again, everything for 42 years that you guys love with Star Wars, they pretty much gave you a middle finger, and there's nothing you could do. Again, I don't think the movie's... I'll be honest with you. I will give this movie, really, to be honest, I will give it a C-. If you want my personal opinion, I would give it a C-, because there's some parts that are enjoyable, but it's not like it's a bad movie, but it's not a horrible movie. Like visually, it looks beautiful, CGI and stuff like that. But if you're talking about like actual story-wise, it is a mess, it's terrible, and it's god-awful. So that's pretty it, guys. That's pretty much my review. What do you guys think? Do you think, are you guys going to go see it or not go see it? Honestly, with my personal opinion, I will just wait till cable. I want it waste your money to go to the theater and spend it. I'm not going to also tell you to go boycott or not go boycott, but whatever you guys want to do with your money, you can do whatever you want with your money. I'm personally telling you from my personal opinion, after seeing this movie, it's a feminist movie, it's for the Me Too movement, and it's giving the Raylo shippers, the bandwagon fans, the casuals, the normies, the popcorn movie fans, the social justice warriors, and people that will spend their hard-earned money to, well, spend their money even though they don't have it, to push it to $1 billion and make it successful. This is what this movie is for. It's not for the hardcore Star Wars fans. And that's just something I'm giving you from a real OG nerd, technically. Or just a nerd in general who's just going to be 100% honest with you and not just BS you like every other studio or every other critic and stuff like that on YouTube and stuff like that. That's really it, guys. Tell me what you guys think about it. Do you guys disagree with me? Do you guys agree with me? Let me know in the comment section below. Rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.